Bouncy house. We pounce and then we bounce.
Hey guys, Bouncy here. Get your ears ready to rumble.
Bouncy house. We pounce and then we bounce.
Shasta in Northern California draws a lot of tourists. And why not? The massive snow-capped volcano is surrounded by miles of pristine national forest with some of the purest water in the state. And as reporter Stephen Jackson discovered, the mountain has a global reputation.
Hello. I am so blessed. Because guess where I am? Mount Shasta. And this is where I've wanted to come for so long. For so many reasons. And as soon as I drove, it was dark at night, I felt the energy of the mountain and the trees. It's like almost like E.T. phone home. There's no words to describe the energy that I felt when I came to this area. And it's extremely more than tranquil. Okay, so we're traveling up the mountain. I started about 20 minutes back. Let me lower this. So it's about a 45-minute ride. Say hi, Boo!
And everybody's like, Boo needs to just go to sleep.
And I'm gonna try to drive and videotape, but last time my head looked like a potato and I don't know why, so I forgive. My head does not look like a potato. It just, in the video, it looked like a potato. And I did eat a lot of potato chips on my drive up here because I was so freaking tired. But anyway, let's look. Forget about the potato chips. Yeah, it's so pretty. This is God's country. So I'm gonna put it on as long as I can and see what we see when we go around the corner. We should see the beautiful mountain of Mount Shasta that all the Lemurians live in. If you don't know anything about Lemurians, you don't understand about the portal. Holy camole! If you don't understand anything about the portal in Mount Shasta to Venus, the planet Venus, well, you might want to check it out.
Of myths, legends, and stories surrounding the mountain. And back at Shasta Vortex Adventures, Ashlyn tells me about some of the big ones. Number 1, Native American stories.
Well, the Native Americans have always felt the mountain was a sacred center of the universe.
Shasta straddles a handful of Native American territories, and the mountain shows up in lots of tribal myths. It's especially important to the Wintu tribe, who trace their people's origin. Number 2, Ascended Masters. It's a complicated story, but Ashlyn explains the basics. In the 1930s, a businessman named Guy Ballard encountered a mysterious figure on the mountain who claimed he was an ascended master.
And those are beings who have had many lifetimes on this planet and no longer need to come back into that birth-death cycle that we're in because they've learned to master the physical plane.
The master passed on his wisdom.
Very real. The problem is that people, let me turn the music off because I need some clarity to talk to you guys. This is real. And if you don't get it, it's okay. You might want to think I'm crazy just so you could justify your brain and say, that's not true. There's no way there's an underground world and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. There's no way that these other advanced they look like humans, but they're advanced beings. Anyway, I'll just keep talking so you're looking at my face. So.
Legend number 3, Telos.
Another theory is the city of Telos that's underneath Mount Shasta.
According to Ashlyn, Telos is a crystal city inside the mountain, inhabited by beings called Lemurians, who mostly keep to themselves.
Well, there's a couple stories from the 1940s where the Lemurians were actually seen walking into town.
They were 7 feet tall, dressed in long white robes and sandals.
And they'd go into the store and buy something, pay for it with a chunk of gold. The shopkeeper would take the gold, turn around, and try to give him change, and the Lemurian would be gone.
Considering all these stories, I decided to check out the mountain myself. So I am walking into a snow-covered meadow. I think this is the vortex that Ashlyn told me about. There's hardly any footprints out here. The air feels cold and sharp. The old-growth cedars are covered in brilliant green moss, and shape-shifting clouds whip across the sky impossibly fast. I don't have have a spiritual epiphany, but it is awesome. I mean,
you know, everybody has their own opinion and they want to walk through life the way they want to, and I have no judgment on that. But I can tell you that I've heard this in meditation. I have connected to other beings via my healing work, which I'm sure some of you know about, some of you don't. And I can tell you, the energy I feel here is so magnificent. It is the best power and energy that you could ever feel. There's nothing to say other than, you know, God put this here for a reason. So we all need to just really take in as much as you can nature.
They come here for spiritual growth, healing, understanding more about themselves, figuring out what their life purpose is, and sometimes just to feel the energy.
that energy attracts about 26,000 people a year, and many of those visitors just never leave.
Well, actually, what drew me here was the mountain.
I was called. The mountain called me. When I'm walking through the forest, I feel like I'm walking in a cathedral.
It does not matter where you go on the mountain. The mountain's energy is everywhere.
And balance yourself with that. There's snow over here, as you can see. So everyone who says there's no snow in California, think again. Okay? And there's no one on the road. I'm literally all by myself. Right, Willie? We're by ourselves. All by ourselves. Nobody's up here. This is the best time to come. Best day. Because no one's up here but me and the beautiful trees. Oh, well, there's one car, but that doesn't count. Anyway, if my head looks like a potato, just clarifying it. Don't. My head does not look like a potato. It might because I ate a lot of potato chips. That's kind of funny. But no, that's not true. It's not because of potato chips. It's because of my video. I don't know how to video where my head doesn't look like a potato. So, forgiveness, because it looks much better in person. All right, here we go. All right, rock slide ahead. Alrighty. So beautiful. Anybody who's been here before understands the magical energy and why I'm so taken by this. I mean, California is beautiful in general. Anybody who's visited California would understand. Topanga Canyon, you know, in Southern California, Northern California, which is drop dead gorgeous, Carmel, Monterey, Big Sur. You know, it's just, and then you got Aptos and Santa Cruz and Los Gatos, and you know, there's a lot of beauty in California. And obviously, OC, not gonna leave OC out here, but you know, just remember, man, this takes the cake. Look at that, Mama's in heaven, because I am very much connected, and you might all think this is crazy, to my ancient family. Okay, and I've become more and more connected since I have become my healing business. Okay, let me try to make this a little bigger so you guys, and I have realized that there's so much more. I knew that there was more, but this is seriously more, and I am so happy. I think I'm up about 700 altitude. It's hard to see. I don't want to stick my phone out. And all I can say is, I love you, Willie. It is beautiful. I'm going to keep driving. When I get up to the mountain, I'll let you know. If by chance I disappear, just remember I'm going into a place that I really love. Just joking, but definitely pick up the energy. And here we go, coming up on, this looks like a lodging area, but you know, we'll see what else is available to, if there's another like place you can, because I don't know if I can hike up there. I don't know. We're not with Wilbur. Maybe I can. Maybe I could set up the cart and go up there with the snow. Anyway, guys, I'm out. And remember, love the planet. It will love you back. And we should protect our earth, not our country. It's my opinion, but I'm sure other people feel the same way. This planet's way too beautiful for us to send it to shit. It's just not fair. It's not right. It's ignorant, disrespectful, inconsiderate, unconscious, unaware, that we should all reverse those and be more considerate, more aware, more in connection to what the earth offers us. What else? More loving, you know, towards this, and not just chalking it off and saying, oh, well, when I go to the beach on a Sunday, it's okay, blah, 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 and I take it all in, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, every day, the things you do, and it be tiny little things, you don't have to do big things, like, you know, I told somebody who loves their laundry detergent, okay, we all have our things, it's totally cool. This guy's going to walk with his dog. But you find some things that you don't need to use, like 409 or whatever it might be. Maybe chlorine your clothes less. You know what I mean? It's just being understanding that, you know, everything matters that you do. And, you know, I've been teaching this for years, but I thought I'd just throw that in there since I'm up here and I'm really connected. And I have to figure out, this is unbelievable with the snow. It's just so beautiful. Anyway, I'm out. Say bye, Willie. Say bye, my little donkey. Love you. Anyway, I'm just going to meditate now and kind of like be one with all of it and get rid of the electronics. So I shall talk to you later. See, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. No words to describe how beautiful. Okay, so we got Boo and the Boo's in here. Say hi, Boo. We're going on a hiking trail. Hi, Boo. Up here, Boo. Anyway, he's too hypnotized. We're going into Hedge Creek Falls. This is where the waterfalls are, Mount Shasta, and I'm pretty excited. So, here we go. Tune in a minute. Wilbur's ready to roll. My Boo. Hi, Boo. Say hi, Boo. My little angel. And then here we go. This is down on the hill of where I'm staying, and it is absolutely gorgeous. There's so much more coming. I have to say, there's no words to describe the beauty of something that's so natural and organic on this planet. There's nothing that I find more interesting and more, I don't know, I'm gonna lost words, because there's this bug that's bugging around me. And I think he might be an ancient alien. Anyway, there's no words to describe how I feel about this type of... It's almost like you feel pure love coming towards you. And maybe a connection to your ancient world, the ancient world, or to beings that have always been there surrounding you. It's very hard to say this and explain this because most people would find this to be quirky or weird, or they find reasons to, you know, negate what you're saying, and it doesn't matter to me anymore. However, I just don't know how to explain it, other than the fact that I know I was told 6 years ago to come to this area because of my healing work. And it's fascinating that today I'm here only by coincidence. It wasn't really planned out. So this is the first start of the videos, so hopefully you guys enjoy this just as much as I do. I'm going to grab water put it in bottles, and give it to my boo, because the water here is supposed to be extremely significant as far as, let me climb up on the rock here. Okay, thank God I got me some balance. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. So significant. Very healing to the body. So, I'm really excited. I hope everyone else will be excited to watch these too. And if you get a chance to come visit Mount Shasta, never pass it up. Okay, so now I'm back in the car. This is better lighting, whichever. Anyway, Wilbur and I now are going to Helen Lake. I looked it up on the map over there. It's at like 10,700 altitude. Right now, I think I'm at 6,700. It's fascinating. Anybody who's not interested in this, I suggest you go to a therapist. Anyway, I'm looking better now. I'm telling you. Well, actually, this ride will wear you out. I mean, honestly, I've been driving a lot because I was in LA. Anyway, and I've been driving and driving. I've been driving a lot. And I've been having a really good time, spending so much time with my boo in different parts of the wonderful California. And I was in Santa Fe and Arizona I passed through. Anyway, I just enjoying this special time with Wilbur that I can't even explain it to anyone out there unless you know me and know my beautiful connection with my boo. So, I'm going to Helen Lake because it's like Helena, kind of. And I'm going to drive and see if I can get through there. I don't even know if I can. If I do, then I'll tune back in. But I just want everybody to know that I'm going up really high now. So, I ain't just high. I'm going to be driving super high. That's funny. Anyway, toodles. Toodles. He's a monster. I don't know why I'm being so quiet. I pulled over on the side of the road. And now I'm going to show you something that's jaw-dropping. Look at that. And it goes all the way down. It's so beautiful. So peaceful. That's my car. It's very still and so tranquil. And if you want to say, man, nature here, the trees are here, they're down there, that are sharing. They're sharing a life with each other by being around each other, whether you like it or not. It's the truth. Plants that are next to each other thrive. These trees are next to each other and they're communicating. They're like, yo, motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. They're saying, hey, donkey, you gotta wait a minute. He's a monster. He can't even be away from me for a second. They're saying, hey, we got a good thing going on here. That's what they're saying. They're saying we got lucky because all those other trees out there, all you lumber people, lumberjacks. I know it's a business. I know you make money, but it's sad when trees are cut down for nothing. That's why Christmas time you should always rent a tree. You should go into a place they rent trees or grow your own Christmas tree and every year bring it back in until it gets big enough, plant it. It looks good in the yard. If it can grow in your yard, you should be able to just put it in a pot and then bring it in for the next 5 years and then plant it and then go and get another one. Better than cutting down trees year round. It's almost so wasteful. And my sustainable Santa house used to do that in Carmel. Anyway, so all these trees are like communicating with each other and they're like, yo, man, we got it good. Thank God we ain't around those crazy humans that come and chop us down. We're safe. And when the ones grow in between each other, they're like, oh, look, mama and daddy gonna protect you because you're in a good, safe area. And you got these other, because people don't have any regard. They think, oh, it's just a plant. It's just a tree. It's not alive. Well, humans have a very negative connection to, not all, but a good portion just zone it out, and they just think, well, shoulda, coulda, woulda, blah, blah, no big deal. Oh, it's just me. If I litter, it's okay. Because no, it's not okay. None of it's okay. And it's not okay for you to think you're better than a tree. It's not. And I know you think, whoa, that's crazy. She's high. No, it's the truth. This is what humans don't get. We want to be considered to be higher beings, but we're the one destroying the same beauty that causes us to be able to live a very healthy with vitality lifestyle, meaning happy within, not money. And there's people back there. Oh yeah, somebody over there hanging out. Maybe I should go get a drink. Go say, you got a beer? I'm just kidding. Anyway, I got to get back in the car because he's barking, as you can hear, because God forbid he's away from me. The point I'm getting to is, you might think it's crazy, but maybe one day in life you'll connect to it and you'll say, hey, you know what? I kind of understand what she was saying, because all of this means something, and how dare us think that we're better than. Because we're not. The only reason why we think we're better than is because we want to pretend that we're powerful, or pretend that we're so advanced and above animals, or above the trees, or above that we are the king, we are the end all. And the funniest thing is, humans are the smallest on the chain in my mind as a soul, because I know I live many lives, and I know my Akashic record, and I know that I used to be a Venusian, and I know that my heart breaks when I see other human beings, whether it's family, friends, associates, whoever. My heart breaks when people don't support each other. They don't come from the heart. They don't love from the heart. They think they're loving from the heart, but in the same breath, they'll pull the rug from under you and treat you wrong, or make you feel bad, and just not want to work on themselves as a human being. They'll want to shut you off. Do you know what I mean? There's so many things I can say, and I don't mind constructive criticism. I don't mind being told, hey, that hurt my feelings. I would respect someone and say, I'll never do that again, and I'll work on myself, because I do not want to hurt that person again. But a lot of people don't operate that way. They're like, oh, I'm sorry in the moment, and then they just do it again. So I find myself to be more attracted to nature and animals, not because they don't communicate like a human. It's because I feel an essence that's pure and beautiful. So, anyway, I am extremely ecstatic, and I hope I made sense in all of this, but in the long run, humans have a lot to learn, and sometimes we're sent to this planet, and I consider myself a light worker. I'm not saying I don't do anything wrong. I'm not saying I don't make mistakes. I'm not saying I'm perfect, by no means, because that's not true. I'm not saying a lot of things. I'm saying that certain humans on this planet are very advanced and very evolved, and that means in their soul. And I'm clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairvoyant. Did I say clairvoyant already? Wilbur, please. He's a monster. He distracts me constantly. Anyway, and I'm very intuitive. I'm really good at connecting outside Earth to beings that are fascinating. And some of them would make another human think, oh, she's just saying that. And that's why I don't talk about it. It's not worth it. It's like the best kept secret, because that other stuff exists. And some things that exist on this planet is very small, is very big and wise on other planets. So I'll give you that much information. And in closing, I'm going to say, when you become more of an evolved soul and you start to, as they would say, earn your wings, that's what they say, but I don't know what term to use that makes everyone comfortable out there, but I say advance as a human being, ascend, and becoming higher beings like the Lemurians, and probably a lot of other beings, the blue aliens, and, get connected, man. Get connected to your soul. Get connected to the energy that vibes through your body and that gives you vitality. If you notice, I look a little younger since earlier today. Maybe it's the lighting. Maybe it's the water that I drank. I drank that damn water. Everybody be driving up here now, probably bottling it up. Anyway, you get the point. Live, breathe, and be conscious and aware of your surroundings. And when you pass a tree, I'm not saying every day, like a Fruit Loop, you stop at the car and say, hi tree, hi tree, hi tree, a little extreme. appreciate and see it and acknowledge it and know that that being is just as special as you are. And this is why people scratch their head and say, why does she treat Wilbur like that? Why does she wait on him hand and foot and wash his laundry every couple of days and feed him as good as she possibly can and sacrifice her life and not go anywhere and put him before anyone else in my life? Because I find him to be an equal being. The only difference is he fell into a dog body. Now, you can think whatever you want, because a lot of dogs teach humans how to love. So on that note, I'm going to go up to the lake, Helen Lake, because I prefer not to be up there at night when something might pop out and be like, hey, bitch. And I'll be like, oh, shit, I saw it. It's different if you see it in meditation and if you see it live as a human in physical form. I think it's a little bit more concerning. Anyway, talk to you soon. Okay, so I just want to let everybody know the last video was I was going to go to Helen Lake, and there's Mount Shasta right there. No. Well, for me, no. If I was with someone and I had like a 4x4, I have a Lexus hybrid, I'm sure it could get through there, RX 400. I'm sure it can get through to Helen Lake, but it's all dirt road, and there was a lot of like snow mixed with mud, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to go down that road because it's a little scary, from me by myself. Plus, I just saw a movie recently about like a bear that jumped out of the woods and fucking killed somebody. It was a real story. And I was like, oh, he was hungry. And when bears are hungry, don't fuck with them. Just as much as if you were hungry, right? Remember that movie? I saw it recently. I think it's called Alive. The guy I used to date, his friend's in it, John Newton. So bizarre. I met John years ago. I don't know how I'm getting on this, but I met John years ago. His name's John Newton. I met him years ago I was dating a guy, Tim. Very nice guy. Very, very nature oriented. Vegan, all that stuff. We grew wheatgrass together. Can you please stop? Child. 2-year-old child for 13 years. Anyway, so real quickly, he's mad because I'm on the phone. He doesn't like me on the phone after usually 6 o'clock because then he knows it's personal and he's like, bitch, that is not work. Can you please stop? Try to control yourself temporarily. Anyway, so real quickly, what was I saying? The movie Live. This guy John says to me, because I'm in his company a few times because he's good friends with Tim. And he said, oh, I was in the movie. I said, did you ever do any acting? Because he's been on General Hospital or some other stuff. And he's like, yeah, and we're conversing back and forth. And he says, yeah, I was actually in the movie Alive with Ethan Hawke and da-da-da. And, at the time I liked Ethan Hawke, but I never thought anything about him. I was just like, oh, that's cool. And then just recently, someone told me to look up something to do with music. It's called it's a movie, it has Alive in it. Something to do with Alzheimer's and music and putting on your ears. I posted on Facebook before. But anyway, I'd look it up and they're on Netflix is this movie Alive. So I'm like, oh, let me check it out. And it starts out with John Mellon something, Camp, I don't know. Anyway, he's as soon as you see something with him in it, that shit's going to be good. Something's going to be creepy, weird or some shit. He's a good actor. So, anyway, I'm watching it and it's like, you see, it's really actually very entertaining movie. It's very scary because it looks like a documentary almost. And, anyway, so they put the camera on this guy in the movie and I'm like, damn, he looks familiar. Why does he look so familiar? And then I look it up and here's John Newton. It was bizarre because he mentioned it to me years ago and he says, I was in the movie Alive and, it was a cool movie or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, just like I was when I met Bruce Willis and was with him for a while, hanging out and stuff. I'm not going to get into all the logistics, but like, different celebrities I dated, it was always like no big deal. I don't really care about that stuff. However, I do care about Mount Shasta. I think it's pretty beautiful. So I don't know why I brought up all that other stuff. There had to be a reason. I don't know how I got here. Oh, dirt road. So, I don't mind going camping and doing stuff with a group of people, but when you're by yourself and you're going down this like dirt road and it's all you by yourself, and then you just saw a movie about cannibalism, which was the movie Alive, and then you saw another movie where a bear's like, I'm hungry, chomp chomp. I would definitely be a meal for him depending on how big he is, and maybe for the rest of his family. Oh, God. Maybe leftovers. I don't think I'm just voluptuous. I'm very fit, but I don't need to talk to you about that shit. Flat stomach, like, man, I can mess somebody up. Knock them out. Anyway, not about me. So, hello. People over there seem nice. Anyway, but I don't talk to strangers. I'm just kidding. No, but you just got to be careful these days. You see, a couple people, these are men and women, that's okay. But you see a couple guys, you just got to be like, oh shit. That's why I didn't go down that dark road, Not because I'd be afraid to see an alien. I'd be afraid that, like, you never know who's around the corner. And when you're in a dirt road and Wilbur's like, this is bullshit. Like, you're getting a little too crazy here on Shasta Mountain. Anyway, just thought I'd say hi and goodbye. And if something happens tonight, I'll tune you in the morning, because they wouldn't want to be put on camera anyway. It wouldn't be possible. So I'm going to stay here until the sun sets, and then see if the connection that I have at night as well as during the day. And then I'm going to, retire from this area. I'm not spending a night here by no means, because I'm by myself. And when I'm by myself, I protect myself and my boo at all costs. He's a monster. He's a monster. He wants dinner. He's like, now I want dinner now. Okay, you're going to get dinner, boo. Calm down. Calm down. You need some marijuana. They do have marijuana for dogs. I'm considering it for him. Anyway, have a good night, and who knows what bumps in the night at Mount Shasta. I know I'm going to be bumping. Anyway, bye.
The non-denominational mountain, Mount Shasta.
The Greek.
Pounce and then we bounce.
Don't forget to like, comment, video,
And subscribe.